everyone. Welcome to another entry in the Disability Diaries, a disability vlog that explores the world of disabilities through disability rights, disability issues, what's good in the world of disabilities, what's bad in the world of disabilities, disability news, advocacy, personal experiences, local news, and so much more. I'm Hope, and I'm an individual with mild autism. Now, before we get started into today's video, you may notice my setup is a little different today. First of all, I'd like to welcome my new dresser. I just got it. So it was a gift from my dad, and he also provided me with my own room. I've had this room since 2016, and at the time I'm recording this, Father's Day is coming up. So I just want to just give a massive shout out to my dad for always providing for me, and despite us not seeing eye to eye for him sometimes, Daddy, I love you. And thank you so much for my dresser. Thank you so much for the laptop that I'm recording on now. Thank you so much for everything that you've given me. And seriously, I'm always going to be grateful to you. You have been one of my biggest supporters. And also, because of that, my setup today is a little bit it's a little bit not really messed up, but it is under construction. But I promise by the next video it won't be as messy. Usually I have a cat in here, and I usually just have my cat in here, and it's usually so clean. And so with it being messy, it's not the way that I want it, but I try for you guys. So we can shout out to my dad. So thank you for my new dresser, and thank you for everything that you've done for me. I love you. Now for today's video, we will be talking about the highly anticipated Pokemon Horizons. I have been watching the show in Japanese, and oh my god, it is amazing. It is such a fun series. It is such a amazing little series, and short little summary. This girl's got a pendant, and she's the new protagonist replacing Ash, and there's a boy named Roy, and that rhymed, and there's a flying airship and everything, and there's a whole team of people called the Rising Bolt Tacklers, but Team Rocket's not in it, which to me is pretty sad. To me and a lot of people it's pretty sad, and Ash's departure is pretty sad, but gotta keep moving forward. Ash was there for 25 years, but gotta keep moving forward, and it's a great series. I've seen all 9 episodes that have been aired so far in Japan, and I've been watching those online, but today we're going to be talking about the newest character of Pokemon Horizons, and we're going to be talking about why I think, as an individual on the autism spectrum, think that Dot from Pokemon Horizons is autistic, or might be autistic, however you look at it. So here's a little bit of a warning. I'm going to mention a lot of spoilers, if not a lot of spoilers in this video. We've already had 9 episodes released as of April 14th, and we were getting the 10th episode on Friday as I am recording this. We're getting the 10th episode on June 9th. Oh wait, that's a Saturday, sorry. We're getting the next episode on June. Yeah, I am right. It was June 9th. Sorry, my brain's in the middle of next year. Anyway, we're getting the next episode on June the 9th. So at the time of recording. So if you're watching this in June 2023, hurry up, get caught up, because we're headed into Paldea. We're meeting Nimona in the next episode. And then she's played by Cure Berry. Anyone who watches Pretty Cure, like me, I haven't watched Fresh, but I'm aware of Cure Berry. I'm pretty much aware of Cure Berry and Fresh Pretty Cure, and I'm pretty excited for this episode to release in Japan on Friday, and I'm excited to watch the episode. So let's today we're going to be talking about Dot. So I'll be talking about some episodes, like episodes seven through 9, in addition to the first 6 episodes where Glutamine, aka Needle Thing, appears in, and I am going to be talking about those through my own perspective. So if you're waiting for the official release, if you're waiting to support the official release when it drops in the United States and Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, wherever you live, if you're wanting to avoid spoilers, then I will see you again in the next video if you're not going to watch this one. But for the rest of you who are still here, let's dive right in. So I'm gonna start by talking about the first 6 episodes. We have Nito Thing in these first 6 episodes, and she's just there to give advice, like how to catch a Pokemon and stuff, which to me is actually a great segment of the show, which is like, when you had Ash and Pikachu, it was just like, you just had the story, and then you had prepare for trouble. You have insert rhyme here, make it double, and blah, blah, blah. Anyone who knows the Team Rocket motto, please put it in the comments. I will automatically heart the first comment that says the Team Rocket motto perfectly. I might join you. I might fill in the blanks. But if you make it Disability Diaries themed, you get extra brownie point. But, getting back to this. So we don't know who Dot is in the first 6 episodes of Pokemon Horizons because the action is focused on Liko and Roy. And Liko, and, we don't really see Nidothang. So, like, 7 through 9 are kind of like, they're good character development episodes, but we do see Dot in the 7th episode. We only like see her head. Like at first I thought Dot was going to be older, like, my age. She could have been like my age, but you know, she's not um like she's not the same age as me. Orlo is, but she's not. She's a little younger. I can probably tell she's probably like a same age as Liko, but or even younger. But she stays in her room all the time, and it's revealed in episode 8 that she is glutamine. She's Nidothane. And, as a person on the autism spectrum, there were a lot of behaviors in the series with Dot, a lot of similarities with Dot that I could relate to as a person with autism. So a lot of times, when we do see Dot in these 3 episodes, we don't really see her face. We don't really, see her face until episode 8. And, she doesn't speak very much. She uses her Quaxley to talk. And excuse me. Um, I feel as if that the whole Nido thing, persona is a way for her to be able to be more social because she spends all of her time as the technician for the Rising Volt Tacklers. And I feel like she might be like using technology as her special interest. Now, as I said in my Darman video, like autism and technology being a special interest, that's a stereotype for people with autism, but like she is the technician. And I mean, she could be really good at being the technician. She could hack into the Explorer's main data frame because I'd like to see her try to like hack into something and come in as Nino thing like, hey yo, what's Quaxley? Use your water gun. Like I I'd like to see her hack into maybe a mainframe computer, maybe see her like hack into the Explorer's computer system, maybe see her as a as somebody who's uses her talents to hack into the bad guys' computers or their rotodexes or something like that. But getting back to the thing, um, well, it is a stereotype. There are a lot of people on the spectrum who are really good at technology, but I'm not saying, all people with autism are good at technology. I'm not saying that all people on the autism spectrum are good at technology, like a certain content creator. Torment! That being said, she's really good at doing Needle Thing. And as Needle Thing shows Pokemon trainers how to catch Pokemon, like how to increase your bonds with your Pokemon, and a lot of other things relating to a Pokemon trainer's journey. But, you know, neat but as Needle Thing, she wears a costume. We don't see Dot outside of this costume anywhere else on the on PokeTube, but that's what I'm calling this thing because it's not giving it a name. I'm giving it an official name. We'll call it PokeTube. We're calling it PokeTube, and so Dot, I think, with her persona with Nido thing, I think helping Pokemon trainers might be her special interest. So, because lots of people on the autism spectrum have a special interest, and for some people, it might be video making. Like, that's kind of my special interest, and I'm really good at that, and that's why I started the Disability Diaries. Um, there, and for a lot of people on the spectrum, it could become like a hobby. So, she might have this needle thing, this video editing thing as a special interest. And if that's true, that would be really sweet to show her having a special interest in technology and all that. And again, not falling into a stereotype, but I'm saying maybe, the whole video is a theory. Is It's a theory, it's not anything true. It's what I think as a person on the autism spectrum and what I think as a person who is on the spectrum, what I think from what I've seen in these last three episodes that she has been in. And so she is pretty verbal, but she uses Quaxley and she draws to be able to communicate with Liko and Roy. She helps Liko and Roy go to Paldea to find Rayquaza, and she in the newest episode she draws Liko a really cute picture with her Sprigido, and I hope I didn't say that wrong. Sprigido, Gagatito. They're all Spanish names, so please let me know in the comments if I said that wrong. Like, you know, possibly what I think is like her communication skills are kind of limited. And another thing what I think about Dot is that the reason why that she hides in her room a lot is because she was bullied for what she does because lots of people on the spectrum are bullied, and I think that she might have been treated differently. She might have been treated horribly by her classmates, and that's why. Oh, and also she is Ludlow's niece. Forgot to mention. So another thing, Ludlow might be a caregiver in my eyes as a person on the spectrum. I think that he might be taking care of Dot. Well, obviously he is, but I think maybe he is a caregiver. But again, at the time of this recording, there have been only 3 episodes with Dot in them. The opening was just updated to include Dot in the opening theme. And, what I think is, plain and simple, Dot may as well be autistic. She may be somebody on the autism spectrum. He may be somebody who might be a really good role model for autistic kids. And, I know anime doesn't really talk about people on the spectrum. There are lots of anime out there that talk about people with disabilities. Like A Silent Voice talks about deafness and about disabilities as a whole. And so there's not a lot of anime that talks about disabilities. What a lot of people have been saying about Dot is possibly she could be a hikonomori. So hikonomori is a Japanese term. It means that their kids they're not in school. Their people are not at work. People are at work or school when they stay at home, possibly because of social anxiety, bullying, because Japan is a very, 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 more put together nation, if I can word that right. And, you know, there are special schools for Hikonomori kids. There are special centers for these kids. But probably, I think she's not a Hikonomori. I think that Dot might as well be autistic. She may be the first autistic character in Pokemon. So I'm gonna end the video by saying Pokemon Company USA, Goldfarb, whoever gets the rights to dub Pokemon Horizons after Pokemon Ultimate Journeys ends, please. I'd love to represent the disability community by being your first disabled voice actress. I mean, I'm not in a wheelchair. I have a mental disability. I am mildly autistic. And to be, I'd love to voice Neither thing, or Dot even. My first choice would be Liko. And I watch the show every week, and in order to be able to study Liko and to be able to not only study her, but maybe Dot or anyone of the Rising Bolt tacklers. And this vlog serves to help people with disabilities this vlog serves as a resource and as a way for people with disabilities to communicate and to be able to ask questions and do all things and have a little fun as well. But I would love to be your very first voice actress with a disability if there's not one with a disability yet. I would love to audition for Dot. I would love to do her voice. I feel like I would be a great fit for the disability community if you did, if if it is true that does have a disability, but it probably won't. But if I'm being perfectly honest here, but I hope that you decide to see this, and if you do see this, I hope you decide to cast somebody with a disability to voice a character who might as well be Pokemon's first autistic character. I hope that you pick somebody who will represent Pokemon well for those with disabilities. And I should be saving that for my audition video. This is not my audition video. This is the Disability Diaries, not my Pokemon audition video. But anyway, and that's pretty much why I think Dot's autistic. And as I said before, as I said at the beginning of the video, um, as I said at the beginning of the video, this is just first of all, this is just speculation. Second of all, we've only had 3 episodes with Dot. We've only had 3 episodes with Dot, and she's a great character, and I hope that we do get to explore more. I'll do a video update when I am able to, once I've seen more episodes with Dot and once her backstory is revealed, because we will be spending a little time with Dot. We have spent a lot of time with Liko and Roy, but we're probably going to spend a lot of time with Dot as the months go by, and I will do a video update. I'll do an update, so please, please, please stay tuned for that. Please stay tuned for that. So, yeah, that's why I think that Dot from Pokemon Horizons may as well be autistic. She may be autistic, but we'll have to keep watching to find out. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. Do you think that Dot's autistic? What do you think of the new Pokemon Horizons series? Do you think that Dot's autistic? Or would you like me to cover Liko possibly being on the spectrum? Would you like me to cover any other theory when it comes to anime characters possibly being on the autism spectrum? I would love to cover that for this channel. So please, if you have a request of what TV show, movie, or anime character I could cover and talk about when it comes to people with disabilities, please send me an email at the Disability Diaries. That's the with 2 E's at disabilitydiaries@gmail.com. You can also leave me a comment at the comments below to let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the video, and let me know if you want to see content like that or more content relating to the Pokemon franchise. And you can follow me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram. And my Instagram my Instagram is thedisabilitydiaries@gmail.com. Now, before I sign off, I have to talk about Facebook friend requests. So I received a Facebook friend request from one of my viewers who found my personal Facebook, and I obviously haven't made a decision on the friend request yet, but all I just want to say is, you know, yes. Like, if you want to be friends with me, just send me a message asking me if you want to be Facebook friends with me. Because I will be perfectly honest, sometimes I don't really feel like it's a good idea to actually send me a friend request out of the blue from what you've seen. Because before that, I was promoting this vlog on my personal Instagram, and I don't really use my personal Instagram except for personal reasons, obviously. But, you know, like, I'd like you guys just to let me know, just tell me if if you want to be friends with me, just send me a message in an email or on Instagram. Excuse me, on Instagram if you want to be Facebook friends with me, because if you send me a message and let me know who you are, and let me know exactly who you who you are, and you ask me nicely, then by all means I will say yes. But it's only on based on a couple things. If you're nice, and if I consider you a good person, like like good or bad, I'll still try to be friends with you either way. So that's all I wanted to say to finish out the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys again soon for another entry in the Disability Diaries. I will see you soon. Bye!